In a newly formed world, where humanity was taking its first steps, two brothers walked different paths under the same sky. Cain, the firstborn, worked the land, while Abel, the youngest, tended the sheep. Both sought divine approval, but only one would find favor in the eyes of the Creator. Cain, with calloused hands and the sweat of toil, offered the fruits of the ground to the Lord. Abel, with a pure heart and clean hands, presented the firstfruits of his flock. The fire on the altar consumed Abel's sacrifice, an acceptance that rose to heaven like a sweet perfume. But Cain, beside his untouched offering, felt the weight of divine silence. The sun was setting, and with it, darkness infiltrated Cain's heart. Envy grew like a poisonous plant, suffocating reason and fraternity. Why Abel and not me? He wondered, as the night brought with it whispers of betrayal. In a thoughtless act, moved by the shadow that now inhabited his soul, Cain called Abel to the field. There, far from the eyes of any witnesses, the tragedy unfolded. Abel's voice was silenced forever, and the soil that Cain loved so much drank his brother's innocent blood. "Where is Abel, your brother?" the Lord asked Cain, who, with his heart already hardened, responded with another question. "Am I my brother's keeper?" But Abel's blood cried out from the earth, and Cain's silence now cried out the truth of his deed. Like an echo that reverberates through the ages, the story of Cain and Abel confronts us with the consequences of our choices. What began as a simple offering became a tale of jealousy, anger, and loss. And even today, the question resonates: are we our brother's keeper? As the sun set on the day of Cain's terrible act, a strange mist began to form around the scene of the crime. The shadows danced as if they were alive, and an ethereal figure emerged from the blood-stained ground. It was Abel, or rather the spirit of Abel, who refused to leave this world while the injustice of his end remained unanswered. Cain, terrified, recoiled at the sight of his brother, now no longer of flesh and blood, but of light and shadow. "What do you want from me?" Cain screamed, his voice shaking with fear and remorse. "I seek justice," replied the spirit of Abel, his voice echoing like the wind through the trees. "But not revenge against you, brother. What I wish is for you to learn the true extent of your actions and find redemption." With these words, Abel's spirit touched Cain's hardened heart, and for the first time since the act, real tears welled up in the firstborn's eyes. He saw the pain he caused not just to Abel but to all of creation. And with one last look at his brother's spirit, Cain left to wander the earth, searching for forgiveness and a new purpose. Abel's supernatural presence served as a constant reminder of conscience and morality, echoing through the generations as a warning and a lesson. And so, the story of Cain and Abel took on a new dimension, one that spoke not only of jealousy and violence, but also of hope and the possibility of redemption.